Kwararafa Television.
When was the last time you read a book simply because you wanted to learn and not because you have an examination? In a world where there are a lot of things, TikTok, Facebook, and a lot of videos to stream, reading has become a culture that is slowly dying in our community. And today on Periscope, we'll be looking deeper into this particular aspect. I am your host, Rejoice Hussein Yaro, and today we'll be diving into who still reads. And the person to do justice to this particular topic is none other than Mr. Wadata Habila, the founder of Spark Up Africa Network International, where we'll look deeper at what is affecting the reading culture in Nigeria and what we need to do to make things better. Stay tuned and continue watching Periscope for this exciting and yet impactful episode. You're welcome, sir, to the studio.
Thank you.
All right, then. Before we go further, when I heard and saw the word Spark Up Africa Network, I was scared. I was like, "Are you guys planning to set up Africa on fire?" So, maybe the founder of Spark Up Africa Network, could you just explain to us a little what you do in your organization?
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for having me. I still remember Wadata Habila, the founder of Spark Up Africa Network. Something so special and so interesting about the name Spark Up Africa comes as a result of me understanding the fact that everybody has a dream and a potential in them, but there are moments that sometimes we need just a single spark to bring it out, to make those potentials, manifest.
Okay.
So that's just a little about it.
Okay, well, I love this. Everyone has some potential in them. What they just need is just a little spark. I think when we leave this session, I'll come to you so that you can at least spark my own as well. All right, then let's just dive into the matter of the day, who still reads. And then we're looking at reading culture, young minds, and the future of critical thinking. So before we actually continue, let's start with the peripheral. So why do you think Nigerians are reading less? Or do you think they're actually reading less?
Yeah, I've actually met so many young people that they have zero passion for reading.
Okay.
And that has always, sparked up questions in my heart. Why is it so, especially in the side of the world that we are, and especially in Nigeria? People hardly get good books after school that can educate their mind, help the way they think, and all that. So I believe that Nigerians will read less than expected.
Okay.
And you see, another thing again is, in this side of the world, that is Nigeria, one of the challenging things we are having is that young people believe, we believe that, so long as after school you can have a good job and all that, so everything is going to be normal, it's going to be better. But then that's just all about it.
Okay.
Yes. So I believe that Nigerians read less.
Okay.
Yes.
But then when you were speaking, you said young people only read after during examination and then that as well. And actually it's a common trend. Even among students, you find out that students get to read even just when it's almost exam period.
Sure.
And then after exams we fold the books. And then that's how it comes. So when do you think this particular thing started, and then why?
I think based on my discovery, I can say all this starts when we start programming ourselves that school is all about examination.
Okay.
Yes, it starts actually from the school environment. The programming starts from the school environment. So we started being examination focused, examination conscious. So anytime you're done with a particular session, a particular course, immediately your brain tells you that you have come to the end.
Okay.
Yes, you have come to the end. So I think that's where this programming started. Yes, that habit of less reading, zero reading started from the school campuses. And we grew up, it started again from places of, people growing up in an environment that the only people you see that are doing well are people that graduate from school and have a job. And from there, they just continue with life. Nobody think of, oh, there's a place of, where I can improve my decision making skill and all that, the way I thinking skill and all that thing.
Okay.
So I think that's where it started.
Okay. Let me understand something. So, what do you think is reading, first of all? Because with all what we've been saying, I feel we all read almost every day. But then, what is reading in this context? Can you explain it for us?
All right. I think reading, personally, I can say reading is giving careful attention to study a particular subject or matter.
Okay.
Yes, to gain, to gain correct information about something. That's reading.
Okay, but then, however, in a world of digital era where we have AIs that can summarize a whole book for you in a few seconds, and you can get a book of 1,000 pages being summarized in 5 lines, 4 lines, 1 pages, 2 pages, depending on which one, you get it. So
Yeah.
why do you think we should still read? Because from your explanation, you said it's to get an important information. So if I can get the information I need, maybe with AI summarizing the whole book, and I will get the knowledge in 5 seconds, why should I then read?
Wow, that's such an interesting question. I think when you were saying that particular question, I just thought of to ask that: have you ever eaten a half-done beans? I think I've ever done that. In a hurry.
I was already
Yes, in a hurry, you just cook cook your beans and started eating it. At some point, you feel as though you say belly full. All right, but at some point, the result is going to manifest. The stomach discomfort and all that.
Sure.
That's how it's going to lead to.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
So reading is as I would say, is a deliberate giving yourself to study a particular subject. So when you give yourself to a particular subject, you know that you are studying it. All right, that's what reading is. You are studying it to gain thorough information. But in a world where everybody is just about AI, I can ask AI a question, and AI can answer me and all that. But I just believe that there's so much to that.
Okay.
There's so much to that. So we can give ourselves to study. AI can just give us a summarized of what we want to study. But when you give yourself to reading helps you to have detail, underline the word detail understanding of the subject you are studying.
Okay, now let's look broader now. Can someone actually be educated and still not be a reader or not having the reading attribute? Is it possible?
All right. The question is actually sound. I understand. Though the word education it's actually can be used in different contexts. Yes, but if I understand you, maybe education
PhD,
from college and all that. Yes. So someone, if I understand you very well, you can still educate, have education, that is a certification, and still not be a reader.
Okay.
We have plenty of such kind in our environment specifically, where people graduate from school and the only thing they're thinking is life is okay, it's over. Have you seen maybe a post where people said after exam, even signboard, I never read.
Yeah.
So people say something like that.
When I graduated.
Honestly speaking, even I was a victim of that. I never knew whether one day I would still start seeing myself reading books and all that.
Okay.
But that's just as simple as that statement is. It's actually a program. It's going to make you to think that after school there's no more anything to learn about life again.
Okay.
But life is in its entirety is a continuous learning process. It's a continuous school.
Okay.
Yes. So that's just what I can say about that.
Okay. Now, even while I was actually looking at this topic, one of the stuff that came to my heart, one popular statement, they would say, "Readers are leaders."
Yes, ma'am.
So, do you actually believe, or how true is this statement looking at today's generation or today's world?
Wow, such an interesting. Thank you so much. Readers are actually leaders.
Okay.
And leaders are readers also.
Okay.
In the sense that when we say someone is a leader, in one word, is an influencer. That is influencing change.
Okay, because I was almost asking. I said, I read, but I'm not living in Nigeria, so how am I
Right. So that person is an influencer. That means he can give direction to people.
Oh, okay.
That's a leader. Now imagine someone that is meant to lead you in the dark and doesn't have light.
Sure.
Can you just imagine? Listen that with me for some seconds, and you realize that totally that person cannot lead you. And that's the kind of world we are. There are people that are looking for direction. There are people that are looking for a way out of life, but very few people. So in order for you to be a good leader, you must have to find a way of outsourcing information that will help you to have better way of thinking, so that you can give and provide quality solution to the people you are reading. So a good leader must be a good reader for it to lead well.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So with what you're saying now, does that mean being able to read can actually contribute to us thinking well or being good thinkers and all of this? Does reading have a place in that?
Oh my God, yes, of course.
Okay, can you?
Of course.
Okay.
Reading can really help in critical thinking, in the sense that, you know, life as we live is a race that is so decision based.
Okay.
And a man's quality of thinking is what will lead to how he decides, how he makes decisions.
Okay.
So that's to tell you that, yes. So that's to tell you that if you are living well, I can say, if you are living well, it has to be as a result of you having quality information that can help you to live well.
Okay.
I always say that an improved living is a product of an improved thinking.
Wow. Okay.
An improved living is a product of an improved thinking. So that's to tell you that how do we get that improved thinking? It's a result of giving ourselves to reading. So if you read continuously, that's a way of making you to think better, critically, to judge, to pass judgment over sensible matters as it's supposed to be.
Okay. Well, okay.
Yes.
I'm already enjoying this conversation
Thank
already.
you.
But then, okay, let's still come down to this thinking aspect. So, do you think, or can we actually see a poor reading culture affect critical thinking among especially young people? You know, we have there are times that people will say, the way we think or the way we act, it's something somehow. So can we actually say it's all attributed to our poor reading culture?
Of course.
Okay.
I can say that again and again. I can say yes again and again on that.
Okay.
Poor thinking is actually as a result of a poor reading habit.
Okay.
Yes. I've met so many graduates that they cannot stand to make better decisions. That they cannot stand to, they cannot withstand the resistance that comes in life. Yes. So how do we do that? See, everybody has the capacity that can be developed to withstand challenges, to make better decisions, to live a better life.
Okay.
But then how do you do that? You have to give yourself to, intentional self-improvement, where it will help you to have a good thinking, not a poor thinking.
Okay.
So poor thinking is actually as a result of reading, bad and also low reading habits.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Then, you said poor thinking is actually as a result of poor reading habits.
Yes.
Which okay, I wanted to actually argue this. However, okay, let's just go deeper. First of all, can we actually? How would someone even get the reading habit? First of all, let's just go with that. Let's say, how do we get to develop the reading habit?
Wow. I love this question because it actually reminds me of a book I studied, which is called Atomic Habit by James Clear.
Okay.
What a powerful book. That book helps you to build tiny habits that will, that will give you a better and a quality life. So how to develop that reading habit? In that book, the author suggested that you don't start by wishing to be a reader.
Okay.
You start by believing you are a reader.
Oh, okay, you don't start by
Yes.
wishing to be a
You're
reader.
not wishing.
Start by believing.
You start by believing that
Okay.
that means that's a place of correcting your identity. It has to start with identity. You can't do what you don't believe you can do it.
Okay, yeah, you can't. It's
You
true.
can't do. You will, even if you started, you will find yourself, going here and there and all that. So building a reading habit starts with believing that there are many people that want to read, but they have not yet, they have not read instilled in their, in their subconscious that they can actually be readers.
Yeah.
So anytime they see you reading books or plenty books around you, they may think like you are just being lucky to have that grace.
Okay.
But it's not actually like that. We all started from a place, and that place, first and foremost, it has to start with believing that you can be a reader. Then from there, you start outsourcing informations, quality, materials that can help you. And it all starts again from having an awareness. All right? Having an awareness. In what aspect of your life do you want to improve? In what aspect of your life will you want to? Is it communication, relationship skill, and all that? So that one will help you to begin to locate way and how to start your journey.
Okay.
Yes. So that's just what I can say about
Okay, right. I love this. I was actually tempted to actually ask some stuff, but then let's just look at the peripheral, the basic, before we actually go deeper.
Yes,
now, let me still fall back to your explanation when you were talking about reading, when you said to get information.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're living in a world where we have, aside from AI now, we also have TikTok, we have Facebook Reels, Instagrams, where you can actually see or read or get information about things. So is that not enough?
Wow. To me, I can say this is not actually enough.
Okay.
It's not actually enough. You can hear me keep on mentioning quality thinking, quality life, and all that. The reason is because for you to have a quality thinking, you must have depth.
Okay.
Quality life,
Okay.
you must have depth. Depth in the sense that there has to be a point in your life where you begin to have access to deeper information about life.
Okay, sure.
And so those YouTube, TikTok, and all those things, they're actually helping. Yes, we actually appreciate their, their ministry and all that. But then, to some extent, they can only give you, as I earlier stated, half-done, half-cooked information. So life is entirely run on informations.
Okay.
So the more quality information you have, the more quality life you will.
So in essence, can you actually say social media has actually weakened our attention span to reading? Since you said it will give us half-baked information.
Of course, I can say that again and again.
Okay.
It has actually reduced our attention lifespan.
So in essence, you're saying TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and the like. Even when some people actually say, I positioned my TikTok in such a way that not anyhow videos pop up. It's educated videos. It's all about documentaries, news, nothing informative, non-informative rather comes up on my this thing on my own Facebook line. So there's no need of me actually saying anything. So are you actually still saying that TikTok, Facebook, or let's put it this way, has social media actually contributed to reducing our reading habits? And then are we gradually replacing it with all these social media platforms we've seen?
Honestly, I can see social media has helped.
Okay.
Has helped. But to some extent, it has actually reduced, that ability to give ourselves to thorough study.
Okay.
And gradually, it's actually replacing that. Many people are not readers today because they think I can have access to informations. What do you know? In fact, there are people who will be tempted to ask you, what do you know that I don't know? So because of the consistent feeding of all those informations from social media, so they assume, I can tell you, they assume that they have known it all. But that's not just it about it. So that's what I can say about that.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right then. One of the next questions I want us to look at is reading on phone or reading the hard copy. Which one is actually more valuable? But we'll look at that when we come back from our break. All right, viewers, I'm sure you're already enjoying this conversation because our expert over here is already doing a lot of justice. So one thing he said that actually got me, he said something very, very important. I had to write that in down, and I said I'm going to paste it probably beside my bed so that I will not forget it. He said you don't start by wishing to be a leader, but you start by believing yourself. So for you to actually be a reader, you have to start by believing yourself. We'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be looking at if reading on our phones or reading hard copy materials, which one is actually better. So don't go away, stay with us.
Listen the system, I can roll.
This is Kwararafa Television.
Alright then, welcome back. You're still on Periscope here on Kwararafa Television, and today we're looking at a very important topic, which is hosting rates. And already I know you're enjoying this conversation. We've already built a lot of things. Readers are thinkers, readers are leaders, and for you to be a good leader, you must actually read. And for you to if you're anticipating to be a leader in the future, you should also read. And a leader is not just someone that is ruling. A leader is someone that has actually can solve or give us solution to a particular problem. And the person doing justice to this particular topic, of course, as you already know, is the founder of Spark Up African Network, in person of Mr. Wadata Habila. Sir, thank you very much for being here with us.
Thank you, man.
I must say we're actually enjoying the conversation so far.
Thank you, man.
So, okay, before we went on the break, I know I said I gave you a very important question, which I would love us to actually look at. So now looking at this generation where we have our phones that can solve all the needs we actually want. So can we say reading on phone is as valuable as reading a physical book?
Well, as a reader, personally, I've tested both.
Okay.
And I can say that 100% reading on hard copy books is much more preferable than reading on soft copy books.
Okay.
Soft copy reading on your phone, maybe on your system, and all that. At some point, if you don't have access to the hard copy, maybe that's your only option. You can go ahead, and believe in me, I started my reading journey with soft copies.
Okay.
Yes, and I believe it was such an interesting journey. But then, the sacrifice it takes for me to stay on the book was something else. So it takes extra discipline for me to stay on a book, because your phone, there's so many things you do with your phone at the same time. Yeah. So any interruption can actually distract you. So you can't have full attention on soft copy or reading your phone on your system as the way you will have it on soft copy books.
Soft copy, sure.
So I would advise to every intending reader, I would advise, no matter how hard it's going to be, please get hard copies, because it helps you to concentrate the more.
Okay.
And as we said earlier, reading is something that has to do with thorough study of a particular subject. So imagine you're reading something to gain quality information about a particular matter, and something is distracting you. You can't actually have what you want to have.
Sure.
So I suggest that, and also support the motion that reading hard copy is so much preferable than soft copy.
Okay.
Yes.
All right then, but if you don't have access, you can actually
you
actually do both. Okay, now let's move back. We've actually established that the reading culture, especially here in Nigeria, has actually died down to an extent where you go to a house and the children are now watching their cartoons or playing with their pads instead of them reading books. We go and see students who are in school and are graduating and could tell you that they've not even gone far or read much books. So we can actually say the reading culture in Nigeria to an extent is actually degrading. But then who should we actually give the responsibility to building back Nigerians' reading culture? Is it the government? Is it parents? Is it our school? Is it in some institutions, or is it young people themselves? And if all of these people constitute to that, how do you think their roles, or how will they augment each other's role?
Wow, I so much love this question because I'm someone that actually believes in nation building. Yes, I'm a full promoter of nation building. So when it comes to developing a national reading culture, I can say that honestly, every individual should take personal responsibility on themselves to make it happen.
Okay.
Because I believe that everything that is a culture today was once someone's individual practice. Yes, everything today is a culture. What you call your culture, your tradition and all that, was once someone's individual practice.
Sure.
So someone sit down and said, okay, I'm going to do this. He kept on doing it over and over again, and it becomes a culture. So if every individual will take it upon themselves and said, I'm going to make this happen for my own sake. Believe you me that when something becomes a habit in your life, it doesn't just benefit you alone, it also benefit others.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Same thing with bad habits. If you have bad habits, that's how it's going to affect the badness will affect people around you.
Okay.
Also good habit also.
Yeah, but don't you think our government, parents, and schools also have a role in that?
Yes, I think I was to boil down to that. Our parents and the school system also have responsibility on that also. Okay. I attended secondary school that, to me, it was actually they're trying their best, to do that. At some point, especially when you are elected, maybe as a fellowship leader, yes, they will have books in their library. They will even have an office like it's called library office and all that. So what that means is that your school believe, so every school should be able to have a library, not just for educational books or institutional books or books that teach you about your subject that you're reading in the school, but even books that will help you, in terms of managing life in style. Yes, managing life, finances, marriage, and all that. I just believe if every secondary school will start to introduce that in their curriculum, their school system, a lot will happen to young people outside today.
Okay.
Yes.
Then for parents.
For parents also, at home, my God, I believe that every parent should be able to have a library at home. Please, every parent outside there should be able to have a library at home.
I was just imagining a library in a Nigerian home.
Yeah, there are parents that have tried their best to do that.
Sure.
But then, as for people like us, we don't even know. For the entire environment, entire community, there's no one that has, a book that you can admire to read. So I suggest that every parent should make it their point of duty, not just to buy children books, mathematics, English, and all that. As important as those things they are, I suggest that parents should start introducing financial books to children. Yes, business management books, life management books, and all that in every home. It's going to help a lot. So that's to tell us that we all have, it's our collective responsibility to build a reading culture in our nation.
In our nation,
Yes.
sure. You know, when you were actually talking
Yes.
about parents inculcating maybe the habit of maybe their children should read about books about finance, about marriage, about relationship, and all of this stuff. You know, one key thing that actually came to my head, a question I wanted to ask was reading. They can try to read their textbooks. You know, from primary one, you can have 5, 6, 7 textbooks in each subject already. You know, you can have, you're having almost 10 or so. Going to school, and the more you progress, there are textbooks recommended for each and every course. So should the reading just stop at just the textbook and the recommended books, or should it be extended?
All right, I think it should be extended at some point. Yes, as we all know, you know, life, you're not going to make decisions only based on those recommended books that will be given to you. So there are points, as I earlier stated, there are points that life will demand particular answers from you. Life will ask you questions. So how ready are you? How ready are we to give, you know, to build that culture around us that can help us to be able to answer, to give correct, proper answer to those questions of life? Yes. So I believe that reading should be extended far beyond the books recommended in our schools, in all our institutions, and all that.
Okay, but you know, Mr. Wadata,
yes,
let me actually come in this situation. You know, reading is boring. Let's tell ourselves.
Oh yes, it is.
Even when you're in class and you're having to listen to a person speak for 2 hours, it can be so exhausting. So just imagine picking a book to read. So for somebody listening or watching us this evening and wondering, okay, how do I develop this reading habit? Please, how can we make reading sound a bit let's say juicy, a bit sweet for somebody listening, so that someone will not actually feel as if reading is not something I should do? So how can we actually make reading attractive for a young person who would want to read? Because I can go on Facebook and watch several ways. I can see Pella do whatever he wants to do. I can go to the next storm and be seeing other people, all these content creators and all of this giving us sweet things we need to see, especially looking at our economy. You know, things are already annoying, everything is bad. You go out, the money is no longer having value. Whatever you have, it's not, you don't have joy in it. So, you know, Nigerians will say just have data, and then all the frustration and depression will just go away. And then you are telling somebody to go back and start reading. So how can we actually make reading attractive to people, for them to actually live that 2 hours, 3 hours of endless reels that are giving them the interest they want?
Wow. Thank you so much for this question. Thank you so much. It's actually helping me to help myself also. Let me go back to the book I mentioned earlier. The book Atomic Habits.
I think I have to get that book already.
I think everyone outside there,
everybody should read it.
Everyone should get that book.
Sure.
That book revolutionized my life.
For all of us watching, Atomic Habit is the first book.
Yes. Please read Atomic Habit. All right. Among many things that the author stated that should help you build a good habit is that there's a way he said you should make it attractive. Make your habit attractive. How do you make it attractive? When we balance the place of identity, I believe I am a reader. All right. So how do I go on making that a reality in my life? He suggested that you should make it attractive in the sense that, okay, you want to read, you want to be a good reader. Have a hard copy book with you. Keep it visible around your environment. Keep it visible. That's why some of us, we carry a book at least to some extent everywhere we go. Inside car, I'm with my book, even when I'm not reading. It's doing something to my mind. It's validating the identity in myself. Yes, it's validating. So make it attractive. Have a way of making it visible in your environment. Keep the book on your bed. Please, you are not being scattered or disorganized. Keep it on your bed because you are building a habit. You are making it attractive. The more you look at the book, the more you are absorbing the belief that, yes, I can do this thing. I can do this thing. Today, you will find yourself reading 1 page. Tomorrow, 2 pages. tomorrow, the next day you say, oh, let me add 3. Let me make it 4.
Sure.
That's how this journey will start. You start little by little, little by little, and before you realize, you've become the kind of leader
so
you want.
since you've actually gone into that, can you just outline some practical steps our viewers over here that are actually watching and probably trying to also inculcate the reading habit? So give us some practical steps that they can actually take in order for them to get the reading habit. You know, you had started already with having the book around you. So does it just stop with having the book around you, or you should actually task yourself that you must read a whole book in a day? Can you just give us some practical, sustainable steps that we can actually take to better our reading habits?